Consumer health reviews, consumer health topics and complaints reviewed. Surgery risks, common surgical problems. Although surgery is conducted by trained professionals in a completely safe environment, there are complications that arise on occasion. Before you get worried, keep in mind that doctors have been trained to deal with surgery risks, and it wouldn't be the first time that something went amiss. However, since surgical problems do happen, many people want to be informed of what could happen to them while they are being operated on. For this reason, we are providing you with some of the most common surgical problems that occur. Anesthesia complications. Anesthetics are used to make the surgical procedure painless and easy for the patient. These are what are given to make you fall asleep so that you can wake up after the procedure and it will be like nothing ever happened. However, while it is uncommon for an anesthetic incident to occur, they can happen from time to time if a patient has an allergic reaction to the given drug. Most of the problems that doctors experience during this stage of surgery is the process of intubation, or inserting into the breathing tube. Aspiration is another common problem that doctors must avoid, as this is the process of breathing food or fluid into the lungs. Anesthetics can also cause an increased heart rate during surgery, which increases the patient's blood pressure. If you have been known to have malignant hypothermia, you should consult your doctor before surgery. This could be a life-threatening incident if it were to act up while you were under anesthesia, so it can be avoided. That would be in your best interest. Bleeding complications. Some bleeding is to be expected during the surgical procedure, but when it comes to excessive, there is usually a problem. In fact, in some cases, it could become necessary for a transfusion to be needed to replace the blood that has been lost. The reason is that it is important for you to consider blood complications before going into surgery is due to the fact that some religions are against transfusions. If a bloodless procedure needs to occur, that is something that your doctor needs to know before the operation. Blood clot complications. Blood clots are always a significant complication with surgery, but they will only typically occur after the procedure is done. Doctors will give you a blood thinner before you leave to try to avoid blood clots, but there's always a chance that there won't be enough. By staying active, you can greatly reduce the chance of having to deal with blood clots, which could cause more severe problems past the surgery. Healing complications. Some people take longer to heal than others, and some people take far too long to heal than others. This is usually caused by a chronic illness. This won't be too severe of a problem for a patient, but it would require them to stay at the hospital for longer than they were expected so that they can be monitored. However, this is one of the least worrisome surgery risks. Healthcare can help with complications. If you have a complication, healthcare can actually help you pay for any extra treatment that is needed. For example, if you did have to stay at the hospital for extra time and receive a bit more attention than what was first expected, healthcare can cover these costs so that you don't have to. Consumer health is covered so that you can receive necessary treatment. You can check out consumer health reviews to figure out which consumer health plan would be best for your own specific needs. It is important to be an informed healthcare consumer so that you know what you have covered and what you don't. This will allow you to make health decisions that are important for you. With that in mind, there are many health reviews online that can help you out. Consumer health reviews can show you the experiences that other people have had with their policies, which can prepare you for your own. Health reviews will be a great asset to have, so use them for your own advantage before making a decision. Plastic surgery healthcare. Plastic surgery is actually covered by healthcare, which means you could have several products available for use. You can have products covered that would help you with your recovery and overall health after the procedure, so keep this in mind. These procedures could be necessary to avoid surgical complications. After surgery, So they are definitely something that you want to have covered by your healthcare provider. Ask for a consultation with a plastic surgeon for any concerns or complaints. Dr. Simoni reviews and information about various plastic surgery procedures are available on his website. Conclusion. Hopefully, this has informed you about the various surgical